But let's move on to something that I had to talk about that I couldn't elaborate in my review on Raw. So, Retribution is revealed.
Unfortunately.
And I have to say that this thing is DOA. Would you agree with that?
I would have said before that, but yeah, it is.
So, Retribution came out on Monday, and they revealed themselves. So, it's clearly, listen to me, clearly, Mia Yim, Mercedes Martinez, Dominic Dijakovic, Dio Madden, and Shane Thorne.
Yep.
Now, okay, fine. I don't have a problem with the members of Retribution, but I do have a problem with how it's their motive. Let's put it that way. Okay, because I need to know your opinion. I really have to know your opinion. What is your, because their motive was they signed contracts to work on Raw to wreak havoc on WWE, and it's always about your money, but we're not doing it here for the money. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, but you just signed a contract.
I already knew this thing was gonna be stupid when I already knew when they started setting stuff on fire and started cutting stuff. I already knew it was gonna be stupid because how would you go from setting stuff on fire and cutting stuff with a chainsaw to now following the rules, and now you've been in a tag team match. If a referee says you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, where they gonna stop the count because I don't want to be disqualified, like that still just don't make sense to me. As like a regular person standpoint of you doing all this, set stuff on fire, not following any rules, to now I'm gonna just follow all the rules in this book. Now I'm gonna, if a wrestler says she's gonna disqualify me, I'm gonna care about getting disqualified.
I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it. I'm like, okay, so after they said that, I'm like, this is really not, whatever y'all was trying to do is dead now. But we're not done just yet, because they got these ridiculous Bane masks on. Mia Yim is talking in the promo, and every time she is pulling her mask up of her face. That's embarrassing. That is straight up embarrassing. So
the whole thing is just
it looks terrible. And then so with the stupid mask, with the stupid motive in the first place, then we got the Hurt Business coming out there. They try to attack them, which then we get their first match. Their first,
but they have to follow tag team rules, by the way.
Which you gotta follow tag team rules. Which the way it ended made no sense anyway.
How did it end?
Huh?
How did it end?
You know how last time they had a tag team matchup where the illegal man hits the person that they're not supposed to hit them, and it gets them disqualified?
Yeah.
That's how it ended.
Oh. I mean, disqualification.
No.
You can't,
how many times have we seen where somebody is putting a move on the partner, and the partner comes and hits them to break up the count, or hits them to knock them out the move?
That is actually a rule, actually.
Oh God! So it's their fault.
Saying that's a legit rule. Like you can't break it up more than one time. You break it up twice, and it's disqualification.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't know that either until I think D.H. Smith said like that's an unspoken rule, but it's an actual rule in legit. Because he's got disqualified. Like a couple people have gotten disqualifications from doing that. But it's a legit rule. It's not like a main rule, but if it happens, you got to get disqualified.
Yeah.
Which is weird, but I guess that's how they do.
Yeah, it makes obviously no sense to me in my personal opinion. And then we give their match away on Raw, no build, no nothing to it with her business, and I'm like, and then we get the names. T-Bar.
Because why do we want to see this on pay-per-view? They know what they was doing. Keep it on Raw.
It's terrible. And then we get the names: T-Bar, Slapjack,
T-Bar,
Slapjack, and Mace. The women, I don't know if they came with the names for the women yet, did they?
They didn't, but I remember seeing on Twitter what the names were supposed to be, and those were terrible as well.
You gotta let me know. What was their name supposed to be?
I'll have to look it up, so I have to buy some time, but I'm sure I can find it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll try to buy you a little time, because I gotta know what the hell those names were. I just gotta know, because that is so elementary to me. I mean, I think my son could come up with better names than they did for Retribution.
I gotta go back. This is on Monday, so I gotta go all the way back to Monday.
No, it's cool, because like I said, it's absolutely cool. I'm not mad at you at all. Do what you got to do. So, cause I was like, what the hell?
It's like take a look. There's a lot of scrolling to do. What's today? Today is, gotta buy some time.
Yeah.
I'm only on Thursday.
You only on Thursday? Oh, you on Twitter?
Yes. I'm going back to this one site I remember. Mia Yim, by the way, is Reckoning.
That's the best name out of all of them they had.
That's what her Twitter name is.
And what's Mercedes Martinez's name?
I'm looking if I can find it. How about I just let this on Twitter? How about I just do that? Retribution.
Yeah, this is.
Okay, possible Retribution names. Here we go. All right. It looks like they may be called retaliate. Oh my God, I can't say this word. Retaliation.
Mm-hmm.
And Reckoning. It hasn't been confirmed. So those are the two names I'm assuming that they go with. It's Reckoning and Retaliation. Why can I not say that? Retaliation.
Wow. Well,
I'm trying to find these suggested names, because those names are terrible.
Yeah, so I need to know, because I talked about it a little bit on Raw. I gotta know your opinion. I have to know.
It's terrible. How are we supposed to take somebody named T-Bar serious?
And he's the leader of the group. That's the Dominic Dijakovic.
T-Bar.
First of all, the mask is stupid. The whole thing. First of all, I don't understand how you are somebody who wrecked Raw, who wrecked SmackDown, who wrecked NXT. You hurt many of employees. You burned down generators. I don't know why there's a group of 5, but there's like 11 of y'all that could come out all the time in ski masks, because you couldn't tell me Cedric Alexander was out under that mask the first time. but
yeah, and Ricochet, yeah. But just real quick, I'm just reading this tweet, and it says, guys, it gets better. Heard that at one point one of the females' names is Retribution. Thankfully they didn't get these names on Monday, but one of them name is going to be Shatter. Like Shatter. Yes.
Shatter.
Yes.
Wow. So they play up this riot gimmick. They play up that, you know what I'm saying, that they're these wrestling misfits. They went out and attacked your wrestling audience. That's what Retribution did. And all of a sudden, you exclude them to the Raw brand. Then you give them a contract. Why would I even want to sign these misfits? Because after a while, it didn't look like they was doing anything. It just looked like they was just kids playing, and it causing disruption like these assholes are doing riots, and I'm like, okay, not feeling it. I'm seriously not feeling it at all. And then they go and now they finally got a noticeable Diamond Kofi, some noticeable wrestlers to be in it. They take off the ski mask, they give them the Bane mask, they sign the Raw to basically create terror on a professional company's brand. So in other words, you just wreaked terrorism on a company, and yet you're signed and you're getting paid for that. So you're saying it ain't about the money, so you give up your paycheck? How does any of this make sense?
Yeah, none of it makes sense. It's just
so
I totally don't understand, to be completely honest.
Even the Union had a build up to their first matchup. The Union. Remember, Union. Like, yes, they even had with Shamrock, Test, Big Show.
2x4s.
And before, with the 2x4s, like, they even had, the Cabinet even had kind of a build to their first match, even though that sucked. But
I mean, the Cabinet actually is a good idea for that character of JBL. I'm not going to even lie.
Oh, it's like for the character, but you had the Basham Brothers and Orlando Jordan.
Well, yeah, the people suck, but the characters suck. It's understandable.
Remember Orlando Jordan song? I got the money. What? Do what I want. Do act how I want to. Say. Yeah, I like that song. I ain't gonna lie to you. But how does anything of this make sense? So the Hurt Business, you don't know if they're trying to be faces or heels because the way they got them booked, you don't even know what the reaction is supposed to be for them. Then you give away their first.
I feel like the Hurt Business are faces when they fight in Retribution, but heels when they any other time.
You're right, and they don't want Hurt Business losing, but they don't want Retribution losing, and then you give away their first matchup that same night. Mm-hmm. That
shows how much they care.
No, that shows panic. Those right there, of all the things you saw on Monday, because first of all, Monday was the worst Raw of 2020.
I feel like we say that every week.
Honestly, we don't, but it was by far the worst Raw of 2020, and part of the big reason for that is this crap that spit out Retribution, which Mia Yim and Mercedes Martinez and Dami Dijakovic, as talented as they are, shouldn't be part of this.
Mm-hmm.
They shouldn't even be part of this.
Be Mia Yim on the main roster, like doing her thing, not Reckoning.
Exactly.
And the changes just don't make sense to me. Like that's the thing I don't get though. Like that's like Kofi Kingston. All of a sudden we're in the match saying, "My name is Kowari." Like, no, you're Kofi Kingston. You're a decorated wrestler already on our roster that we know.
Exactly. You could have took nobody. Like that's why the Nexus, until Cena buried them, that's why the Nexus thing worked, because you got a group of these rookies. Because remember, at that time, Netflix, NXT was a YouTube Hulu show. Nobody watched that. And if you didn't go to the live shows and stayed after they was recording Raw or anything like that, you didn't know what NXT.
I can't even lie. I watched the first season of NXT. I can't even lie. I said I did.
Oh, bro, I did not watch.
I watched it up until the season with the women. The season after Naomi and AJ was on there, then I didn't watch it. No. The first 2 seasons, the first 3, I was like, okay. Maybe because I was just like into wrestling, anything wrestling that was on, I was like, sure, I'll watch it.
Okay,
I had nothing else better to do. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough, because they wasn't giving.
I used to watch ECW too, so I can't even lie. I didn't either.
Oh man, it's 2006 ECW.
Yeah, Will Regal and Zack Ryder and Ezekiel Jackson and Klaus Sloth was a stable. I remember that.
God. Oh yeah, the Core.
No, that wasn't the Core. It was Regal, Kozlov, Ezekiel Jackson, and Zack Ryder. I don't know why they was a stable, but they was a stable.
That was terrible.
That's what Zack Ryder had the long pants on one side and the shorts on one side.
And
yeah, it was an interesting time.
Yeah, it was, but I'm just saying, but even then the stables were just a little bit better. But now they got these this stable, which they, like I said, with the Nexus, you didn't know who they were, and then they came and they destroyed John Cena. Everybody was like, wait a minute, these are the rookies from NXT. They were Michael Traver wasn't nobody. Darren Young wasn't nobody. Heath Slater at the time wasn't nobody. Justin Gabriel wasn't nobody. David Otunga wasn't nobody. These are all nobody. Wade Barrett was the one that won, but he was a nobody. Bryan Danielson. You know what I'm saying? Until he got fired and came back. Because remember when when they had the match at SummerSlam and Cena picked Daniel Bryan as his partner, that was the number one trending name in Google because everybody was like, who the fuck Daniel Bryan? Oh, he
a lot of people didn't know, like, they do that. A lot of people don't know the indie stuff, and like, so that's understandable, especially for that at that time. Mm-hmm. But yeah, a lot of people were very excited. Like, I was excited when Cassius Ohno and all them came for the first time, and then I seen what they did with them. I was like, oh, they did better than the Independents, but you know that happens.
It does.
Cassius Ohno, that happened to him. It happened to him twice, so I don't understand. Yeah, okay.
You're right. I don't understand either. And then the thing is, by the way, Shane Thorne did confirm that it's him under that mask, under Slapjack.
Nah, I feel like last week it was the Miz. I don't know, because last week he didn't have a beard. This week he got a beard. So I'm like, what happened?
I don't think it was the Miz. The body don't match the Miz's body.
No, it was just their face under a mask. So I'm saying, like, yeah, all you see is the hair and like some of his forehead or something. Like, it could have been anybody under the mask. They just had fill in. But the dude didn't have a beard last week, and now this week he has like a full beard.
You know, honestly, I couldn't tell you. But that's how ridiculous this was. And then I'm like, so nobody knows what this group is. Their motives are stupid, and to the point where, you know, honestly, the Hurt Business shouldn't even be losing or tying with them. So how many times you going to overexpose them in matches and keep having them have 6-man tag matches or tag team matches on Raw? And I'm like, if there's so much about following the rules and not worry about getting paid, why would they do that? You can make a story where they don't follow the tag team rules. They don't follow the match rules, because why would they? That's against the motive that they're talking about.
Yeah, definitely don't make sense.
So why would you follow the rules and go back and wait for your theme music to play? Somebody, why would you sign with this company and because you want to recap from the inside? Why am I signing a terrorist?
Yeah, they claim they signed them to stop them from destroying security guards, but they don't care about anybody when they just do that anyway. And
I'm like, wait a minute, so the Hurt Business is the only one that steps up to these 5 guys, which is technically only 3 because they got 2 women, and then they still got this whole theme of all these ninjas, or like 50-11 of them coming out to jump people.
So are they gonna announce that Tozawa is a part of them now?
God.
What if Tozawa comes on as the lead?
I'm done. And then on top, the masks suck. Mm-hmm. The masks look like CM Punk said, like somebody paper plate project from kindergarten. Like, the mask truly suck. And I'm like, well, how could you ever sit there and be like, yeah, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna rock this. No, man, that mask is stupid.
Very much so.
It is so. They all look stupid. They don't fit. Like I said, it keeps coming down talking about them, and then we supposed to believe that these people. I'm like, I can't do it. And it's only because they are trying to battle Monday Night Football, and they're not going to win. They're going to lose because it's Monday Night fucking. It's Monday Night fucking football.
Especially with them coming back too.
Exactly. Bro, like I said, NFL is trying, not really though, but I'm saying trying to be woke, I guess, or conscious about it. So they don't give a. You're gonna watch your football no matter what they sing or kneel at the beginning. That's just fact. So don't even want to hear it, to be honest with you. So, but I had to bring it up. I had to talk about, because this shit is probably one of the worst. It's just going to go in the category as definitely worse for 2020 and one of the worst stables. And like I said, there's nothing that they can do right now to build me back up, because they already had their first match, which kind of sucked in the first place. And Keith Lee got 4 disqualifications under his belt right now, so be aware that Retribution is probably gonna get the same amount of stuff. But if that was part of their character, that's part of something they were gonna do, then I guess it'll fit. I guess. Oh, this one gives me a headache.